Hey guys, Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com and Wingboarding.com. Man, have you tried the getting out on the Parawing? I gotta tell you, Ozone is definitely the one that is definitely classified having the top stash belt out there that has been used in the industry. I've had so many riders from everyone else wanting the stash belt. Well, Ozone is up in the game. They're jumping into the V2 stash belt, as well as they're coming out and they do have the the V1 of the stash harness. So they've integrated it over to it having that stash belt, but also giving your harness. So the V2 stash belt, what would be the difference and why would you choose one over the other? Personally, I go upwind a lot and I love the stash harness size, but if you're just a downwinder and you want that quick stash belt, super ultra light, very small packability, then the stash belt is the way to go. The stash belt can also be turned into a harness by adding a hook to it, but yet, why would you want to do that? The simplicity, if you do add the hook and it pulls on you, the first version, those buckles and straps would eat into you because it is so lightweight, and that's why they're working on the harness. So the new Stash V2 belt, they've made a few changes. They backed the buckle up on the side a little bit because that was one of the complaints. It was kind of digging into you when it was used as a harness. As a stash belt itself, no big deal. You don't have that pull and yank on there, so it really didn't matter, but they did move that back. They also increased the loop size on each side for a leash, so you have your pigtail and now it's easy to move. Not a big change in that, but it's still the same material, same stretchy material. They did change the Velcro here. The reason is there's hook and there's loop on Velcro, and they had it reversed on the first one, and I'm guessing some bridles hung that when it was exposed like it is here, so they switched those, which is definitely a much better situation. They also increased the size of that patch, so you don't have to be as exact to hit that Velcro, but works very, very well. They've just done those little changes. Still has the drain holes in the bottom to let that water drain out, but still all around one of the best stash belts out there. Very simple, very clean, and it's a one size fits all size belt. So that's what they've done in changing the V2. Now, what is really new is the new stash harness that they come up with. So the stash harness, the difference is this belt back in here. It's hard to see in the video, but this is a lot thicker material underneath the reinforcement and the foam inside. So it spreads that load when you're using it as a harness, and it pulls on you. So it still has the same Velcro, still has the same pouch, still has the same leash connection and the bungee to take your extra strap, and also they've moved that buckle back over the foam and the reinforcement so it's not digging into you when you're using it. It comes with the hook. It also comes with the knife in here. The stash belt does have a pocket for a knife, but it doesn't come with it. You can add it if you want, but the harness does come with that. It has the drain hole at the bottom down here, and again, this is reinforced. It comes in 3 sizes, and we have checked those sizes. The small, extra small is a little bit smaller. So that's what you're going to get as a bag. The stuffing of it is a little bit smaller on the small, extra small. Medium, large is pretty much the standard stash belt size. And then there's the extra large. And I mean, if it's bigger, it may be a 1/4 inch around the edges. Not a whole lot to make a big difference in that. Me, for instance, I would use a medium. It gives me enough clearance around the sides here to have the hook slide completely out of my way if I'm laying down on the board, or I like me, I'll kick my hook off to the side if I'm mainly doing downwind, and so it makes it clean and clear. Anyway, it's still very much adjustable. A big thing that matters to a lot of people is you don't want foam inside of here. A lot of people may come in here and make this sticky foam. You don't want that. You want a stash belt that makes it quick and easy to rotate around you so you can stash if you want. So a lot of people may ask, one of the main questions is, why would I want the stash over the stash harness or the stash harness over the stash? Me, I get out and I do a lot of upwinding. I also go out and go sailing with my Parawing. I love it. I cruise around the bay just like I'm winging, and then I'll go downwind. I like the harness wise. I like it to spread that load because I'll harness in and get comfortable and riding. It's not only just downwinding. So that would be the difference between the two. If you were only doing downwinding, didn't care to harness, and you just want that stash belt to hold your wing and get it out of your way, then just a standard stash. Anyway, if you have any questions or anything else we can help out with, let us know here. Anyway, that's the new Ozone stash harness V1 and then the V2 stash belt. Anyway, it's Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com to keep you riding, having some fun on the water. Hey guys, Jeff here again. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. It really helps us out in making these videos. Have a great day.